Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a daily blog. So everything we're going to cover today includes what a daily blog is exactly with a few examples, how to pick a niche and niche down. Next we are going to get web hosting, why you need web hosting for your website, and how to get a domain name for free for the first year. After that, we are going to install WordPress. We are going to install both a free and premium WordPress theme, and we're going to make some changes to your website so that you can start getting traffic. Also, I'm going to show you how to start writing so that you can write faster and how to make money with your website, and then why you need to share your content on social media. And then we're going to end with a brief discussion about how many blog posts you need to write before you can determine if your website is a success or failure. Be sure to check out the first 3 links in the description, as I'll be referring to those links throughout the duration of this video. Now, what exactly is a daily blog? A daily blog is simply a blog where you write to answer questions basically every single day. Now, the key to starting a successful daily blog is you have to write about something that others care about. It's one thing to write about content that you care about, but it's more important that you write about content that they actually care about. So what I recommend that you do is I recommend that you actually pick a niche. Maybe it's something with recipes, or maybe it's a lifestyle blog. But regardless of what you pick, you want to make sure it's about what people want to know, because people are coming to the internet every single day and they're asking questions. So this is one example, cupofjoe.com, where it's a daily blog, but they're actually writing about things. For example, do you have a lucky meal? People are looking that up. If we scroll down, we're talking about childhood memories. Here's another example of a daily blog, Cookie with Kate, and once again, they are writing about actual topics. Now, this is more based towards food, how to grill a pizza, and so on. You're just going to write every day about certain topics. Now, one way to find keywords is to find a blog or website that you want to model your site after and copy the domain name. So we're going to copy cookiewithkate.com. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about domain names in just a moment. I'm going to go over to my keyword research tool called Ahrefs, and I'm going to paste it in. When I paste it in, we're going to take a look at the keywords that they rank for to get an idea of a niche or a niche sub-niche that you could create content. For example, this website has 843,000 keywords. If we click on here, we can see a list of the keywords that this website ranks for. And we can use these keywords as an idea of what to write for. All right, so here we are. Here are a list of keywords that this website ranks for. As you can see, roasted Brussels sprouts, how to cook quinoa, and so on. Now, if you're starting a daily blog about cooking, this could be a good opportunity. What I recommend that you do is change the keyword difficulty to 5 or less. The keyword difficulty is a scale between 0 and 100. The closer you get to 100, the more difficult it can be to rank for that keyword. But when we change it to 5 or less, as you can see, there is bootleg drink, there is pecan milk, there's all sorts of stuff that you could write content on and start ranking. So now if we jump back over to our slide deck, we talked about what a daily blog is. We picked a niche and we've niched down. The next thing that you need to do is to get web hosting. Now, in order for your website to be seen on the internet, it needs to be hosted somewhere. Now, if you click the first link in the description, that is my #1 recommended web hosting provider for beginners. And a web hosting provider is simply going to store your website on a hard drive called a server so that people from around the world can get it. And when you click that first link, you'll actually get a domain name for free. And a domain name is simply the name that other people or your audience are going to refer to your website as. For example, cookieandkate.com is the domain name, and you'll get one of those for free. In fact, what we're going to do right now is I'm going to walk you through the process step by step of setting up your domain name and web hosting with the first link in the description. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information, the settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now that we've installed WordPress, we've installed a free WordPress theme. I'm going to show you in just a moment how to install a premium WordPress theme, changes that you've made to your website so that you can start getting traffic. Right now, you have a basic WordPress theme. That WordPress theme has no additional features and functionality. It is plain. It is run-of-the-mill. What I recommend that you do is I recommend that you go to the second link in the description and find a premium WordPress theme. For example, this is a WordPress theme that is more inviting. It's more congruent with the target audience. It's clean. It just looks better. In fact, one of the premium features is that this big ad is sitting right here, which we'll talk more about in just a moment. Click the second link in the description so that you can find a premium WordPress theme. The cool thing with premium WordPress themes is they come with additional features and functionality. Maybe you want to sell something from your website. You can find a premium WordPress theme that'll help you do that. And what you'd want to do is just search something that you're interested in. For example, if your website's about cooking, you can find a cooking WordPress theme. What I'd recommend that you do is spend about 10 or 15 minutes, go through, find a WordPress theme that you like. Simply click this button to add it to your cart. Once you add it to the cart, you are going to check out and pay for the theme. Once you pay for the theme, you are going to download a zip file. Unpack that zip file, and there's going to be a second zip file. We're going to take that second zip file and we are going to install it into the back office of our WordPress website. And to do that, we're going to go to Appearance. We're going to click on Themes. And when we click on Themes, we're going to click on Add New. And then we're going to click on Upload Theme. And then we're simply going to drag and drop that second zip file right here, or you can choose to find it manually. Next, we are going to click on Install Now and Activate. Just like that, we have a brand new WordPress theme installed on our website. Our website looks completely different. Now that we have that installed, we need to start writing. Now, when it comes to writing, I normally get 3 questions. How do I start writing? How long should my blog post be? And how many blog posts should I write? To answer the first 2, to start writing, you're going to go back over to your WordPress website. And when you click on All Posts, you're going to click on Add New. And this is going to give you a blank blog post to start writing. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab a keyword that we found in the previous step. For example, let's say Mediterranean cauliflower rice. We're going to copy this. We're going to add this to the title of our blog post. And the reason why we're doing it is so that we can create a blog that will get discovered via search engines. This is called search engine optimization. And so what we're doing is the first part is for the algorithm. It's for Google. The second part of our title is going to be for our reader or the human element. So we could say how to cook Mediterranean rice fast. All right, so now that we have that, the next step is to figure out how long our blog post should be and how to start writing. To do that, we're going to go back over to Google and we are going to paste in our keyword right here, just like that. And basically what we're doing is we want to look and see how long the blog posts are for the other blogs that are on the same topic. So if we scroll down here, what we can also do too is we can take a look at this one. Let's open this up just like that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do a quick word count. Now, the word count doesn't guarantee placement in the search engines. If that were the case, people would just write 10 million word blog posts on every topic and then you would rank. What we're doing is we're looking for content. What did they write about? What did they say? Is there any aspect where we can improve upon their writing? Now, I'm just scrolling through. I would probably say this is maybe a 1,500 word blog post. If we look at the word counter here, this is only 900 words. So what you could do is write a 1,500 word blog post where you're answering the question about Mediterranean cauliflower rice. What I recommend that you do is spend some time, skim through this blog post and see if they didn't answer something. Was there important facts that were missed? If they were missed, include them into your blog post. Now that we have an idea of how long to post, let's start writing. Now, before you start writing, what I recommend that you do is take about 10 or 15 minutes and do a little bit of brainstorming. And when you brainstorm, you are simply going to ask yourself questions that the reader or your audience would potentially ask. And to do that, we're simply going to write down 6 writing prompts. We're going to write down who, what, when, where, why, and how. And we're basically going to ask ourselves questions about our keyword based on these writing prompts. We might say why you should cook Mediterranean cauliflower rice this way. Now, when you are doing this, when you are brainstorming, it is important to not worry about spelling. What's more important is to get your questions down on paper so that you can actually fill them in and answer them. And you can always clean up the spelling a little bit later, as I am doing right now, after your 10 or 15 minutes. So go through, create a bunch of questions that your customer, your target audience would be asking, and you're going to take about 10 or 15 minutes. Once you're done with that, you are going to keep the ones that you like and turn those into H2s. And anyone that you don't like, you're just going to delete it. What you're going to do is you're going to fill out your blog post just by answering questions. And once you're done, you're simply going to click on publish. When you click publish, your blog post is going to be available for the world to see, hear, read, and react to. Now that we have our first blog post published, what we need to do is figure out different ways to make money. Now, there are a number of ways to make money with your blog or website. One of the easiest ways to make money is with paid ads. As you can see with this website here, there's a giant ad right here, and then there's another smaller ad down at the bottom, and I'm sure if we scroll through long enough, we'll find some ads within the blog post itself. Now, ads are probably the easiest way to make money because it's almost no effort. You can work with a company called Google AdSense, and they will place ads on your website. What you'll do is you'll click Get Started, walk through the process. In about 20 minutes, you can have ads running on your website, and it's completely hands-off. They'll have ads on every single blog post that you upload. The one drawback to Google AdSense is they do not pay very much at all. You will make pennies on the dollar when it comes to Google AdSense. However, once you start getting significant traffic, you can move on to other ad agencies like Ezoic, Mediavine, AdThrive. There's a number of premium ad networks out there that you can work with. Another way that you can make money is with affiliate marketing. Now, with affiliate marketing, you are recommending or selling other people's products and services. Now, the way that affiliate marketing works is you are going to find affiliate programs that are congruent with your blog or website. You are going to apply to those affiliate programs, and once you are approved, you are going to get affiliate links that you can place right in your website. Now, the key to affiliate marketing is simply recommending products or services that are congruent or in line with your target audience. For example, with this blog post here, you might want to recommend special cutting utensils, maybe a stand mixer, something that is congruent with this blog post. It would not make sense for you to recommend a basket weaving machine or basket weaving course here because it has nothing to do with the blog post. If you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, click the third link in the description, as I have a free course that will teach you affiliate marketing step by step. Now, if we go back over here, the next step is to simply share your content on social media. In the very beginning, it is important to share your content on social media because you will not have organic traffic. I recommend that you share your content where it is relevant. You can share your content on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, really wherever your customers are. And this is yet another reason why it is important for you to pick a niche, because people that are interested in cooking may not be interested in a lifestyle blog about your family. So make sure that you are sharing your content where your customers are so that your customers will read your blog post and potentially start making money. Now, the final question that I get today is about how many blog posts should I write before I make a decision one way or another. In my opinion, and this is just personal opinion, you should set a goal of writing 50 blog posts before you make a decision if it's too much work. Now, the reason why I think 50 is a great number, because you're going to have 50 blog posts that are out in the world working for you, potentially driving traffic. Also, 50 is a big number that not a lot of people get. A lot of people stop after 10 or 20. You writing 50 blog posts lets the world know, lets Google know that you are serious about writing. You're going to get better at writing, and you're going to get better at keyword research. Now check out the 3 links in the description. The first one is to web hosting. The second one is to a premium WordPress theme. And the third one is to a free affiliate marketing course. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helps you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.